Hello and welcome to this week's platform meeting. It's March the 10th. Let me post the URL into the SUMO channel, the URL of our agenda, and we can get started. There you go. All right. First, let's have a look at the action items from last week. First one was for Michal and Madalena to inform community about upcoming community survey and Django 1.8 update. Yeah, I think the community actually found out that we that the 1.8 update there was some breakage that was fixed, and I don't think they have received any surveys yet, right?
We haven't heard of anything yet, so no.
Okay. Then Roland to add user agent to the bug. That's done.
Yeah, let me know if you need more. Osmos, Smithmon, Kadir, let me know if you need more, but I think you have enough.
Yeah, I'm talking with Smithmon as we speak about what needs to be done for that bug and like how much effort it would take.
Hopefully not too much.
Hopefully.
Let us know if it is, because then we'll have to, like, I don't know, panic or something.
Roland, would you mind adding the 1.x user agent there, just to see what?
I don't have 1.x. No one's running 1.x anymore. You should believe we can ignore it. I don't have it. I don't have the ability to run it or get it. I mean, I can fake it by changing.
That's all right. I still have it here, so I'll just paste that in.
Oh, you do? Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
One question I had, Roland, on that bug, and you could just answer here instead of me asking it back and forth. So this is like, you mentioned that you're like dealing with it right now, and the chauffeur just like enables you to improve these pages. Something it's not like there's something you can't do without. I barely have an idea of what the chauffeur feature is because I've never touched it before. So.
Well, for example, we have a what's new page, and now we have to do a hard-coded, we have to do a brand new page per release. If we had chauffeur, we could have just one page.
Gotcha.
For
okay.
Now we have to have multiple pages. And we're getting to the point where they're going to have enough features where we're going to need this increasingly in the articles. Joni can comment more.
Yeah, like right now the features aren't that different, but some of the screenshots are different, like for the latest version, the upcoming version. So we can either show like, you know, the screenshot conditionally, or we can just show like the latest version for everybody. That's my workaround right now, is just to show the latest version, but it would be nice to be able to show it conditionally.
Gotcha.
It gives us parity with Android and desktop. This is what we do in Android and desktop. So from a writing point of view and from a content point of view, it makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Okay, I think I understand it now. I should have an update to that bug sometime soon after this meeting.
Perfect, thank you. Next.
All right. So the next thing obviously didn't happen, but since Smithmon is looking at that now, I think we'll have an answer soon. By which I mean, like, the next item was Kadir and Smithmon to talk about the scope of adding chauffeur for iOS.
Sounds like you're going to do that this week.
Yeah.
I have no idea until I talk with Smithmon. So me updating that bug is whether we can do it this week or not. So.
All right. That said, roundtable notes. An update to the Kitsune development situation. So where we are right now is that our current developers had to shift focus to some other development, which means that right now we are going to finish, I think, the last KPI that we were already working on, which is the contributor satisfaction. But beyond that, our developers won't be able to work on any of the other KPIs or any other new development this quarter. So until the end of this quarter, we won't have further development of the Kitsune platform. However, if something breaks, Michael has assured me that we will have developers get on that and fix that, because we won't actually leave 1 million users a day in the rain. Beyond that, for our contributors, anybody who is currently working on patches, anything that they want to have reviewed, the development team will still be around for that. So the SUMO dev team is still owning the platform and is the and I think Mythmon is the go-to person for that, but Michael, maybe you can clarify.
Yeah, I know Mythmon is still the go-to person for that. And for the contributor review things, we're trying to review and merge everything. If something's like super huge, such that it would block the other work that we're now expected to do instead of SUMO, we might like defer it for like a week or two until whoever's going to take on SUMO after us comes in and we like onboard them. But in general, we're going to try and merge that kind of stuff. And like you said, the bug fixes stuff is, or fixing breakage is still something we're going to do. Specifically, like the Django 1.8 upgrade, there's still some stuff popping up around that we're keeping an eye on and trying to get as it comes up. So, but yeah, Mythmon's still the point person for that. He's just so smart. I don't know, man.
No, we just forced him to work on it for so long.
Probably both.
He is smart, super smart, just like you were.
Oh.
Thanks, Mike, for that. Yeah, so as soon as we have an update on that, I'll let you know. But moving forward, this platform meeting is probably going to revolve more around things that we are experimenting on the platform with using Optimizely, at least until the end of this quarter. And we still have our initiatives that we're working on, the roadmap beyond Q2. So that's also something that we will be discussing in these platform meetings. All right, any questions or comments on this one? All right, then moving on to the next item here. This is Mark.
Yeah, hey guys. So I've been absent for like a month and a half now, right, on the Firefox Durable team. I have an announcement and some good news. First announcement is that we are doing some preliminary A/B testing on the content in the English version of this one SUMO article, which is the Getting Started with Firefox page, because we're testing, or we're trying to improve retention, and that is an article that users see often when they just install the browser. So we're considering that kind of part of the onboarding experience. And so I wanted to announce that here, and just make, we haven't started that testing yet. We planned for it. There's a test plan. There's a bug. I've info some people. The announcement is that we're doing that, and if you have any conflicts with that or feedback on that, please leave them in the bug. The link is there, or just tell me in this meeting. That's fine. But the good news is we want to do more of these tests, these Optimizely tests on the Durable team, specifically stuff that has to do with retention of new users. So we're looking at articles and workflows experienced by new users in their first 6 weeks of using Firefox, and looking for quick wins we can get by doing Optimizely testing. But we don't want to step on anybody else's toes. You guys, we don't want to conflict with anything that you're doing. But in light of this, low developer resources, know that we as a team are ready to the Durable team are ready to do some of this stuff. So if you have tests that you want done but don't have the resources for, pass them my way, and we can get those on our backlog, because they have to do with things that users commonly experience in the first 6 weeks specifically. Mostly we're just looking at KB articles. But an example of something that wasn't a KB article that we did, or that we're looking at is there is a link on the download page. After you download Firefox, it says the page changes and it says need help. And if you click that need help, it goes to the Firefox support landing page where they can pick categories. We did a survey and we found that we looked at the Google Analytics data, and it turns out like 80% of the users want one thing. I can't recall what that is now, but like making that thing more prominent probably is a good idea. And that's an example of something that is experienced by new users only because it's on the link is on that download page. That's a workflow that only new users are getting, or only users who are re-downloading the browser. And that's something that we care about as the Firefox onboarding team. So if you can think of anything else that might affect onboarding or that first 6 weeks of user experience that has to do with SUMO that we could do tests on, let me know, and we'll coordinate to make sure that we're not getting in the way of anything else that's going on the SUMO side.
Hey, Mark.
That's it.
Thank you for this. Joni and I usually have a meeting right after this platform meeting to discuss the KB side of things, the content side of things. This seems like highly relevant to that. Maybe you can join us and we can talk about this.
Yeah, can you ping? So I actually have to drop out and go to another meeting, but can you ping me for? I've already actually need info to you on the bug, although it was just yesterday. So, but yeah, I'd be happy to join and talk more about what we're doing. Okay.
All right.
All right, I'm going to drop out unless anybody has any questions. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Then we have one more item here. Announcement blank on support forum bug.
Hey, Kadir, that's me, Rachel. Sorry, my video camera is not working at the moment. However, it's come to my attention in the last couple of days in the English-speaking in the U.S. I think I also confirmed it for someone in London, where there's a blank announcement at the top. I checked with Joni to see if there were any active announcements banners going on, and the only ones that are active right now are in Italian and I think Korean. So
Sorry, Rachel, could you speak up? I can barely hear you.
Yeah, sure. So I think Brittany might be aware of this, but I don't know if there's a bug filed for it yet. So I was wondering if next steps, is this something that's considered maintenance for dev resources? Is there anything that we can do on our end to investigate further on how to get rid of that blank announcement banner?
You can't just delete it?
It doesn't exist according in that the admin panel. All of the active listed ones, there is no blank one, so I'm not quite sure which one it is.
Okay, so are we talking about the discussion forum here or the support forum?
The support forum, it shows up on the main page of the contributor forum.
Oh, the contributor forum.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a quick look.
But yeah, either way, this sounds like a broken thing, which is the kinds of things that we're still willing to fix. So if there's like no way we can figure out how to if it's just like something we can get rid of in the admin interface, filing a bug would be the next thing to do, and then we'd evaluate it and figure out what we need to do for it.
Yeah, I can't actually see that, Rachel. But if you could file a bug for that with how to reproduce this, I think that as Mike said, that would be the next step.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So then regarding the roadmap items, quick question, Mike, regarding the contributor satisfaction. Can you give us an update on where we are with that? Like, are we sending out emails? Is that part actually working? And what's the ETA for displaying the contributor CSAT?
So I know the code for sending out the surveys in the API is merged, and I'm pretty sure it's deployed because I think that bug got resolved. So it should be sending them out. I don't know if we can confirm whether they're actually going out. You said no one's reported getting them yet?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. If we've gone past like the date where we'd expect them to get sent out, then we should probably reopen that bug and say like emails are supposed to have gone out and they haven't gone out. In terms of the chart, that got merged yesterday or the day before. Brittany put up a pull request on Monday. It hasn't been deployed yet, but it should be deployed shortly. And yeah, I just asked Mithlan if he knows when he's going to do a deploy to get the actual chart out, and I haven't gotten a response back yet. But imminent for the chart. But as for the email sending out, like, I don't know, they should be sending out, so we should reopen that bug.
Okay. I actually haven't checked if anything has come in, so that might have happened recently. Although I don't see that. Okay, I'll check right after this meeting.
Cool, yeah.
All right. All right, specific bug discussions. We have one. Michal, do you want to take this?
Yep. I mean, this is just a bug that I added recently, as in today, because this is something we got think about from the LTNN side. Apparently, we're one of the last projects, so Kitsune or SUMO in general, that is still using SVN for locales, for storing locale information. So I put Francesco Flot on the bug as well. He's on the bug as well. So if this is something we can still get done before SVN gets decommissioned, from what I hear, then it would be great. But yeah, that's kind of the only book that I think I have on the agenda for today.
Yeah, so I just did this for input, and it was a fairly painless process. The steps, it's like obvious steps, like put the strings in Git, tell Pontoon to start pulling the strings from Git. Wait a bit, make sure the strings are going into Git, and then like switch over. I don't know if there's a set date for the SVN server actually going away. As far as I know, there isn't a set date. It's just, the way it was phrased to me is whoever's on it last is responsible for it, which is actually a fairly scary thing to say to me, because I don't want to ever be responsible for an SVN server ever. But I think this is something that can wait until we hear about, at the end of the month, what other effort is coming after this. I don't think it's like a fire that needs to be put out. So I think we're going to defer on this bug. But it's totally something we should do soon. And hey, it'll also be a great intro to how LSNM works for the new people. Hey!
Yay!
That makes sense?
Yeah. Michal, you didn't get any date, right? For when this has to happen?
No, this was simply mentioned to me as in something that we should be getting done soon, because we're apparently one of the few remaining projects, including Mozillians, I think, Mozillians.org.
So since nobody's working on Mozillians.org, as far as I know, that's probably going to be the last project. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of honor at this point. Are we faster than Mozillians? A race against time? Who will win?
You watch too many Star Trek movies. Klingon honor. Kubla! Whoever record this? Oh, sorry. Sorry for those who really speak Klingon. Come on, there must be a Mozillian out there listening to this who speaks Klingon.
I'm just not willing to say it on a recorded video or anything.
Good idea. All right. Do we have any other specific bug discussions? Or anything else for the roundtable? Any last minute items? All right. If not, thank you all. And I'll see you again hopefully next week. Mike, thanks for dropping in and for the updates. Very much appreciated. And we'll have more news next week. Take
Yeah,
care.
thanks for all the hard work, commit Mon and Osmos, and hopefully we'll see you at least for a few more weeks.
Thank you.
Cool. Bye-bye.